Hi, my name's Carissa Danke. I'm 39 years old and I live in Berlin, Wisconsin with my husband of 20 years, Alex, and our two kiddos, Annalise, who's an RTF student, and Eric, who's a 16-year-old that goes to Berlin High School as a junior, and he enjoys 3D printing. I currently work at US Bank as a project manager, and I recently accepted a role of Future AMRO Chamber as their executive director. And on the side, I volunteer with my dad's American Legion, and we also own a craft business called Crazy Crafts that does craft shows all over the Fox cities and sometimes down towards Madison. Over the years, I've tried multiple different business ideas. Wedding photography. A friend and I did photography for fun and decided to make it a business. Recently, we started Crazy Crafts during COVID, and that is just a craft business with all the family. So it's myself, my daughter AJ, our son Eric, my mom-in-law April, and my mom Linda, and then my husband Alex, who picks things up and puts things down for us. And then I also do volunteer work for the American Legion for event planning. For starting businesses, the skills that I learned, a lot of them were self-taught. I'm kind of one of those people that just have an idea and jump in. And sometimes they're successful, and sometimes they go way better than I think, and sometimes they're terrible. Confidence is a tricky thing with work, especially if you're dealing with art. So for photography, I think when I started to apply for different contests and finally won one and got published in the Fox Cities magazine, that was kind of my validation that, hey, you're pretty decent. And then I kind of took a leap because I'm a total nerd and jumped into Comic-Con and decided to do their press for volunteer and got to meet some pretty cool celebrities on the way and got some of those pictures published as well. When it comes to education and prior experience, depending on which side hustle it is, wedding photography, no, but photography itself, I did take photo classes in high school. For event planning, no prior experience, kind of jumped in with my dad's American Legion group and said, hey, we should try a craft fair. And that kind of just took off. For an entrepreneur, especially starting out, the big thing is all about networking and communication. Communication is key 99.9% of the time. As long as you talk to people and learn who people are, it makes all the difference in the world. So best advice for someone interested in being an entrepreneur, I think, is just taking your idea and being able to run with it. And you're gonna fail, and you're gonna sink, and some days you're gonna swim. Sometimes you're gonna make $300, sometimes you're gonna be negative after your cost of goods. It's okay. It's a learning process. Don't give up on yourself, because eventually it's going to hit and it's going to stick and people are going to know who you are and what you have to offer. So when it comes to dream jobs, right now event planning's been kind of my jam because I enjoy it. In the long run, honestly, I'd probably like to get a house semi in the country and maybe a dog rescue at some point because I love my doggies. We have 2 right now, and if I had it my way, we'd probably have about 40. And maybe a little pond to go fishing. So I think my last piece of advice would be to never stop learning. Read that book, watch that YouTube video, research for hours, and never be afraid to ask for help. Jump in, head first into that cold water, do something fun and unexpected and spontaneous, and just be you. Be yourself, and don't change it for anybody, and just have fun with your life.